Knicks family, what's popping? It's your boy. I'm here with Steph from the Queens Court. We got Trey from Barbershop Sports Talk. We got people that starting to pile in for the Knicks versus 76ers, ladies and gentlemen. And we ready to go. Steph,
Yep.
how you feeling?
Oh, man, super excited. I've been antsy all day.
Yeah,
Can't wait for this.
Me too. Trey, what's going on, man?
Listen, man, I declare this day closeout day.
Oh.
It's National Closeout Day, Knicks Nation. Shout out to the chat. Shout out to Steph. Shout out to everybody out there. Shout out to the fans coming through tonight. It's going to be crazy up in here.
Yeah, no doubt.
Yeah, I'm looking to close this one out tonight. How important is it that we close it out tonight? Given Indiana's up 3-1 over Milwaukee, how important is it that the Knicks close it out tonight?
Oh, it is real important from the standpoint we've already got guys that are hurt. Bogdanovich is going to get surgery. He's out for the rest of the playoffs. We're down to about 7 guys in the rotation. Hopefully we'll get an 8th guy, to get in the rotation. Indiana is playing a very depleted Milwaukee team, so they're looking to close out as well. From a rest standpoint, it's crucial that the Knicks close this out tonight, which means you're probably looking at playing the Pacers Saturday, Sunday at worst. So you're looking at about 4 or 5 days of rest.
Right.
And guys like Mitchell Robinson need that rest. Guys that are, banged up need that rest. So it's imperative that these guys close it out tonight.
Yeah. What do you think, Steph?
I mean, I agree with what Trey is saying, but also you don't want to give Philly life. They win tonight, then they go home. If they happen to win 6, I mean, Game 7 is at the Garden, but still, it's a Game 7. Anything can happen.
Right.
So it's important that you don't give them any life. Put the foot on the neck tonight and close it out.
Yeah. Nah, I'm with that. Close it all the way out tonight. What do the Knicks have to do to close it out tonight?
I think they got to do what they've been doing, some second chance points, 77 second chance points in the first 4 games. We got to continue to do that, out-rebound them. The difference in this series, total points, is just 4 between the two teams. But I think what sets the Knicks apart is in the closing moments of the game, the Knicks get all the timely stops. They get all the timely shots, shot block, deflections. That's what set the Knicks apart. In crunch time, the Knicks have been better. Yeah,
definitely. The one thing that I've always thought about this Philadelphia team is that I didn't think they were as mentally tough as the Knicks.
I said the same.
Right? They're just not as mentally tough. The Knicks are just, and Tom Thibodeau's built that all season long.
Correct.
A lot of people were upset about minutes and all of these things, but I feel like all of that throughout the season is coming to fruition right here in this series.
Yeah.
Right? Because guys don't care about.
Right. And not only that, they played 40 minutes already. This is not new for the Knicks. We've been doing this all season. Knicks fans complaining, we're going to wear them out for the playoffs. But this actually built them up for the playoffs. That this is not new for Josh Hart. This is nothing.
Right.
He looking fresh in the 45th minute. You know what I mean?
Here's what I would like the Knicks to do tonight. Crush their souls early. Because early in this series, they've been getting off the slow starts. And the Sixers, for the most part, have kind of had the upper hand in the first halves of these games in this series.
Right.
I would like to see the Knicks get off to a nice, fast start and get to a point where the Sixers can't even think about, turning that on to play catch up. Crush them early, get it out the way, let them know, hey, look, we sending y'all on vacation tonight.
Right.
That's what I would like to see the Knicks do.
Yeah, y'all can start resting in the 4th quarter because it's going to be over.
Yeah. I mean, every game in this series, Philadelphia's been up double digits, right? Now, things went kind of opposite for Game 3, right? The Knicks kept it. They kept it close. The Knicks were up 2 at half in Game 3, right? The Knicks were up 2 at half, but then in the second half, Joel Embiid went crazy.
Right.
Kind of a one-off quarter for the 76ers.
Historic quarter.
Yeah,
for 3-point shots.
Right, 47 points.
Right.
A one-off quarter. But then last game went back to much of the same. The Knicks got down double digits.
Right.
Came back when the bench came in.
Right.
Kept it close and then took it over in the 4th quarter.
Right.
I mean, I guess you could feel confident if the game starts going that way. tonight, right? If they get down double digits, that they can come back. But how many times can you go to the well, right? How many times can you go to that? I don't think the Knicks can afford to keep going to that. And they're a confident team, so I don't think they don't believe that they're ever out of it.
Right.
And they always feel like they can win. But yeah, I don't want to get down double digits. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I want them to just take control of the game. I do feel like if the Knicks can take control of the game early, Philadelphia might just
they might pack it in.
Pack it in. That's it.
They might pack it in.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Shout out to Coach Tibbs because he did something in Game 4 where you saw Hartenstein get the 5 fouls in the third quarter, which is crazy, right?
Mm-hmm.
So he decided, you know what? I'm gonna put OG on Embiid. A little shorter than Embiid, but a guy that's still able to keep up with him and be able to, contest his shots and things like that. And it worked.
Right.
It worked to perfection. So
Right.
I'm looking for a little bit more of the same with that. And I'm sure the Sixers will kind of counteract with that adjustment. We'll see how Tibbs, handles that. But, shout out to the coach. He takes a lot of criticism for in-game adjustments, especially when it's, crunch time. But he's done a great job in this series. I mean, it could go either way. I mean, you could arguably make the case this series should be tied 2 games apiece.
Right.
Hell, you could arguably make the case that we could be down 3-1.
Right.
If it wasn't for DiVincenzo in that game winner in the game 2,
right?
We might be down in this series or tied. So, props to the coach. And as far as extensions and contracts go, give Tibbs the extension. I'm there now. I'm there now.
I was there before the season.
I'm there now.
Yeah.
I think it's so unfair that we're gonna hold off. I don't think this is what they were doing though, but this was the sentiment amongst the fans. Hold off on the extension. I see everything you've done, but you're gonna have to win in the playoffs in order to get it. Now, I wasn't with that
because he has one more season left. Right. Got one more season left under this contract.
Correct.
And then you have a chance to. They'll have a chance to give him an extension. Still, they don't have to give him to him now.
Right.
Sure.
Right?
Sure. Until whenever the season ends, which I fully believe that with the way the East looks right now, this team's ceiling is the finals. With everything that's been, happening with injuries all across the Eastern Conference.
We have our share as well. The only thing I want to say about OG playing Embiid is smart. When Hartenstein was playing him, he was outside, free throw line and above. When OG started playing him, he was mid-post, low post.
Yeah.
And I watched that game today. They sent help to OG when he was in the post. It wasn't OG by himself. They sent the double team. So if we go to that and they send the double team, our rotations have to remain sharp. Right? Because they're a desperate team, and we can't allow, role players to kind of get off of, the double team and they rotate the ball, somebody is open, they hit the shot. So if they do that, we got to be on point.
Yeah, no doubt. Because I did see a few times when, Embiid got the ball in the post, they kicked it out. There was somebody open.
Yes.
They didn't always hit it, but there was someone out. Now, I did see some good rotations too.
Yeah.
But I did see some times when there was somebody open. That's the problem with having to double team the post. You know what I'm saying? That's the big issue. And that's what the Knicks missing Julius Randle.
Right.
Yes.
Having to double team the post.
Exactly.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You missed that with Julius Randle. Obviously, they're doing what they're doing without him, but you missed that. And that's what takes this team to another level, I think, too, when you have a guy like Julius Randle that they got to double in the post. Because now there's just a whole nother threat. You know what I mean?
Yep.
With everything that they're doing now. How much are you concerned about? Let's just assume it's the Knicks versus Indiana next round.
Yep.
Right. And I don't want to look past tonight because there's a lot that has to be done tonight. Philly's not just going to lay down. It's going to be a battle.
Right.
Yeah, absolutely.
Right. And let's hope Milwaukee wins tonight and the Knicks win tonight.
Yeah.
Right. So we need some rest before we have to play again.
Let the Pacers, keep playing.
Yeah, exactly.
And stuff. Yeah.
Any concerns about playing the Pacers?
No.
In the second round?
Because I think we have the personnel, unlike a Milwaukee, to defend that kind of offense, in my opinion. all year, that's been a team in Milwaukee that has not been able to defend all that well. I think the Knicks have proven that with their rotation and their, players, however way Tibbs puts them, we can defend any offense that's out there.
Right.
So I'm not concerned about the pace that the Pacers play. And let's remember too, even though they have a veteran coach that's won a championship, this team is still a young team. Halliburton is still a young guy. He's talented. He's talented as hell.
Yeah.
But these guys have no experience in the playoffs. Now, Siakam, he won a championship in Toronto. But all those other guys on Indiana, they're not experienced with this right now. Not as experienced as what the Knicks have right now going. So I'm not concerned at all facing Indiana. I mean, I could see that being a series. Like, I could see that being a 6 or 7 game series because you can never count out Rick Carlisle as the coach. But I got no worries.
Yeah. Okay. What about you, Tony? Indiana. If we have to play Indiana.
First off, let me preface this that what did I walk into? Because we got to finish our food tonight first.
No doubt. No, for real. No doubt about that.
But since we're here, I think we're a different team since we got OG. So I think we match up a lot better, and definitely I think I give us the edge. You know what I mean? I can see Brunson having the same type of performance where he has to grow game to game against them. But ultimately, I think we're too much. We're too deep.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Let's get back to this game, right? Since we don't want to overlook it, right? Without Mitch,
he's out.
Mitch is he's what questionable.
But they haven't confirmed whether he was.
Yeah. I mean, I just kind of feel being up 3-1, they're probably going to say let him rest until. That's what I think.
Yep.
Right. He's questionable. Let's assume he's out. Any concerns about not having Mitch tonight? Not having that double threat of center that can defend Joel Embiid, and you have to go with Precious.
A little concerned, especially what you saw in Game 4 with Hartenstein getting 5 fouls in the quarter. But I think we'll have enough, and we'll see if Alec Burks makes an appearance in this game. That'll be the 8th man coming off, in the rotation.
Mitch is available tonight.
He's available.
So there we go.
Mitch is
available tonight.
That's what's up. That's what's up.
So Mitchell Robinson will be playing tonight.
Right. So he'll be our 8. So Deuce, Mitch, and Precious would be kind of coming off the bench a little bit. If you kind of want to put Alec Burke in there, maybe you don't want to bring 2 centers off the bench. But yeah, we're better with Mitch being available than he is not. So
and I almost agree with Kevin Bergen in the chat. He said, let him rest. He shouldn't play unless he's that much better than he was before the last game.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I kind of agree a little bit.
I can see that. I can understand that.
I kind of agree with that. Let him rest.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But the Knicks, I didn't get a chance to go back and look at the stats myself, but the Knicks have outscored the Philadelphia with Mitchell Robinson on the floor.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Right. I guess that's due to his defense, but also it's probably due to the benches being in the game too. So
benches being in the game.
Well, he's played Embiid the best as well.
Yeah, no doubt.
So it's not even really about the bench per se, because he's had the best impact against Embiid. I did like what I saw with Precious and OG on the floor together, and OG guarding Embiid. I think that was that's how we closed out the game 4. You know what I mean? It was OG on Embiid and Precious just rotated.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
So
Right. Yeah. I mean, I think I guess the thing about it with if you had to go with OG and Precious, like you're saying, defending Embiid, is that Nick Nurse is gonna make some adjustments to that. If you had to, you know what I mean, and find a way.
In what sense? Because the way I see it with Embiid, even though he's played great given him being injured, I've watched these games, and Embiid tires out very fast when it comes to the fourth quarter.
Yeah.
You know, as far as like going for rebounds, hustle plays, like he's not doing any of that stuff.
Right.
So I don't know how you can adjust that part of it. You know what I'm saying?
Only thing he's been trying to do is injure people.
Word.
You know what I'm saying? That, You know, injure people.
The only adjustment I could see them doing is forcing Embiid to play in the paint.
Forcing what?
Embiid to play in the paint.
Play in the paint.
Because in the paint, we don't have an answer for him, to be honest.
Right.
You know what I mean? And I think he's just torn between re-injuring himself, banging down low, and, you know, just living with his perimeter game.
Yeah.
And he's been great in the perimeter, but we don't have an answer for him in the paint, and he's not in there.
Right. Right.
I think Coach Nurse needs to be concerned with the lack of bench production. They bring in Buddy Hield, who's, I think, one of the best shooters out there, at least in the past few years. But he's done nothing in this series. I don't know what the issue is in regard to that, but that's why you made the trade for him.
Yeah.
You know, we talked all season about the Sixers need shooting. Well, they got it, and now he's not being able to produce. Kelly Oubre, that's another dude that I think should be able to, you know, get you 20, you know, on any given night. But that's the thing. That's one of the differences between these two teams. Even though they got 2 stars, Embiid and Maxey, they're gonna give you 30. The Knicks are just a deeper team than Philadelphia. They've proven in this series that they're the better, deeper team than Philadelphia. So if there's anything Nick Nurse is concerned with, he's got to be concerned that the bench is not giving him what he would hope he would expect.
Right.
Out of guys like Buddy Hield, Kelly Oubre, Nick Batum, maybe for a game or two could, you know, pop off in a given moment. That's to me the difference.
Yeah. Yeah. Any chance we see Alec Burks tonight with Bogey being out?
Yeah, I think there's a chance we
think
see
so?
Alec Burks out there. Maybe for 3-4 minutes, see how he does, and if he starts doing some crazy stuff, then you gotta pull him. You gotta pull him.
Or does DiVincenzo, Josh Hart, those guys get extended minutes and then Precious plays some more minutes?
That's a good question, because there's times out there where Precious just, I mean, second chance opportunities, he gets us them boards, but them putbacks, Precious, he misses so much at the rim. I get so concerned with that when he's, you know, playing on the inside.
Nah, I know. What do you think, Tony?
It might be based off production.
Based off production.
If DiVincenzo's hot, he'll get the extended minutes. You know what I mean? If Josh Hart is doing Josh Hart things, he'll get the extra minutes. And then obviously, if there's a need of scoring, if there's a need for scoring, then I could see, you know, Burks getting some minutes.
Yeah. Shuttle, DJ Shuttle, what's popping with you, brother? How you feeling?
Oh, we all aboard. Legends. We here.
Yo, man. Glad to see you here.
Glad to be here.
Your thoughts on the game, man. What's going on with tonight?
As long as Batum don't put anybody else out for the rest of the season, we might have a chance to win this game. This guy's like hacking and whacking out there.
Yeah.
Hardcore. They need to like call some fouls on this guy early. Doing a lot of holding, a lot of grabbing on Brunson in the backcourt. But I think this team is proving. I heard you mention earlier, every game Philly has had a lead.
Double-digit lead.
And the Knicks have proven to have the perseverance and the wherewithal to stay the course. And to me, that's how you win this game.
Yeah.
Philly's proven mentally not strong enough to hold the lead, to deal with adversity, and the Knicks have.
Yeah.
So we don't care how ugly it looks. We don't care what the field goal percentages are. You know what I mean?
None of that matters.
None of that matters. It's playoff time.
Right.
Get the win. I don't care who gets the most shots, who scores the most points, how many field goal attempts. I don't care.
Right.
Let's close it out. Let's get some rest. Let's get ready for whoever we meet in the next match.
Yeah. Yeah. I think do you think Alec Burks plays tonight at all?
I absolutely think he at least sees the floor.
I think it would be a good idea though, right, for him to at least see the floor just to get him ready in case you need him next series.
I
Right.
think that we don't need every player playing 44 minutes. And Achua playing the backup center has really been more effective than playing the power forward per se. So I don't even know if Mitch is really healthy and he's ready to go. Achua might be the odd man out, and Burks might get some minutes. Is how I would see it, because you still need a wing to give some rest of minutes between Hart, Dante, and OG.
And you need offense off the bench.
And you need a little bit of offense. So, whether it's 10 minutes, 12 minutes, or only 6 minutes,
Yeah.
I see Burks getting a couple of minutes tonight.
Yeah. Who do you think? Who steps up for the Knicks tonight? I mean, we know what Brunson is going to do. Regardless if he's shooting well, he's gonna keep you there, right? He's going to keep you there. Who else steps up for the Knicks tonight?
The great thing about this team is that everybody's capable of stepping up.
Yeah.
So you can't even really say, oh, this is the guy because X, Y, Z. Because truth be told, right now this team is proving whatever it takes to win, that's what they do.
Yeah.
Whoever it takes to be the star for the night, to be the unsung hero for the night, they figure it out and they let that person be that person for the night.
Yeah.
Now, I'm going to go out on a limb and I'm going to say Mitch is the guy tonight.
Who?
Mitch. I'm going to say Mitch. I'm going to go out on a limb. I'm going to go out on a limb and say Mitch is the guy tonight. The difference in the series has been rebounding / offensive rebounding.
Yeah.
And I think Mitch comes in and he makes the difference, and that's what helps seals the victory.
That'd be nice.
At home, role players normally play better,
Absolutely.
right? I think Josh Hart is going to have a big night. He's been having a big night. Even when he didn't score a lot last game, still had a big night.
He was a star.
He's my MVP of the series.
Oh yeah, without a doubt, he's got to be. I mean, obviously Brunson's going to do what Brunson does, but Josh Hart has been phenomenal for this team.
The heart of the team.
You know what I'm saying? The heart of the team. But I think Dante
That's who you
is
call
due
it
for
for?
a night, man. I think he's due for a night.
He's definitely due.
That was going to be my pick. I'm torn between Dante and OG because I think OG stepped up offensively last game.
Yeah.
And I could see him continuing to be aggressive.
Yeah.
He's been talking about it all series. I got to be more aggressive. So I could see him after doing it last game. I could see him taking the next step. So I'll say 20 plus from OG tonight.
Yeah. It would be beautiful just for OG to just step up and have a really. I mean, he's had big games anyway, but to have one of those strong offensive games and just be able to take that into the next series. But
there you go.
Like Shuttle keeps saying, as long as he's playing that defense, though, the Knicks are finding ways to score the ball. They're finding ways. Their defense is able to stop teams from scoring. So, I mean, Philly needed to have a monster third quarter and a 50-point performance from Joel Embiid to score 120 whatever points
and win one game.
You know what I'm saying? That was one game. You know what I mean? So they're finding ways to score the basketball. However, whether it's off of loose balls, off half-court offense, transition offense, however, they're finding a way to score. You know what I'm saying? But I would love to see OG be able to, push himself, get himself into, being a little more aggressive, attacking the basket, using his big body to get guys out the way. And I think he's seeing ways that he can do it too.
He had 16 field goal attempts last game.
Yeah.
I think that's
exactly.
That was the target
that's perfect.
Number. That's the target number you was looking for, right?
Right. That's perfect right there. You know what I'm saying? 16 field goal attempts. I've seen him, go to the basket, touch the paint, spray it out. You know what I mean?
Hit him with the
Yeah.
Yeah. And he was like, no.
Yeah.
He made a business decision.
Right.
He felt bad.
Right.
That's what I'm looking for.
You know what I mean? So yeah, I mean, I would love to see that from OG. But The defense is going to be constant. That's the thing about the Knicks overall, though. The defense is going to be constant. The rebounding against Philadelphia has been constant. Everything's going to be constant. With what the Knicks do, and that's another reason why I just looked at that game 3 as a one-off, because the Knicks were constant. They won every quarter except for the third. They were constant. Then Philly had that crazy quarter. You know what I mean? So
we don't want to call it a lucky game, but that's not what we would expect from the Knicks defense.
Yeah. Right. So we see G-Mo just walked in the house. Everybody's here. G-Mo's here. We're gonna wait for G-Mo to get drunk, and then we'll get him up here on the mic. We got Ebru here. Ebru, you trying to step up? You trying to step up and jump in? We got everybody here tonight. Ron from Still Knicks fans is here. Of course, you see Steph. Tony's here. Ebru stepping up to the mic now. You know what I'm saying? It's starting to get packed. It's about to be noisy. I thought about just turning the camera towards the crowd as things going on.
Just
let
don't
it
get
rock.
the game.
You know
Just don't get the game.
Just don't get the game. Yeah, you know what I mean? But I'm not gonna. There's no way I'll be here commentating the game. I won't be able to do that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah. It's time to get busy, man. It's time to get busy. So we got just a couple minutes, man, before the game goes on. We hear, chanting upstairs. Let's go Knicks. We heard MVP chanting here earlier for Brunson. We about to get busy. Ron, what's going on with you, man?
Chill it, man.
What's happening?
I'm excited. I'm happy. Our Knicks is doing the damn thing. We're gonna end this tonight. I'm ready, baby.
We got to get it done tonight. Ebru, what's good, man?
I'm shaking in my boots, man, because I want to get these guys out of here. Because I feel like every single game somebody gets hurt.
Yeah.
We just lost Bogey. He had 2 injuries, man. Surgery for his ankle and for his wrist, right?
Yeah.
So it's like, man, we gotta get these guys out of here, man.
No doubt. You got the FMB chants going on.
As they should.
All right, the game is getting ready to start. Just real quick. Any quick thoughts on the game before we get going?
Dante breaks out tonight, get a nice little 20-piece. Brunson gets a little 30-piece, and we just send them home crying. Let's go.
Knicks in 5. Knicks in 5. Knicks in 5.
Let's
Knicks
go.
in 5.
Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna get going. But when we come back on for the post game, if you're here, we start off with y'all, and then we get going from there. Ladies and gentlemen, we appreciate your time. We're gonna head up out of here, and we'll be back on the post game show.
Let's go, Knicks.
Peace.
Peace.